Hey, so it's another day where I don't really know what to talk about. So I just decided I'll do another video where I just talk about whatever the fuck comes to mind, really. And that's not much because, let's be honest, nothing comes to my mind. Probably because my skull is fucking empty. But anyway, I recently started playing Persona 5 finally because I said I was going to play it after I beat Yakuza 0. But I was also debating like if I wanted to go back and play White Day and then play it on a harder difficulty so I could see all the ghosts and shit. And usually if there's like two things I want to do, I like flip a coin and I'm just like fuck it, I'll just like flip a coin, whichever one it lands on I'll do. And the coin flipped in favor of Persona 5, so I'm playing Persona 5 and I mean, it's a good game so far. I mean, I'm definitely nowhere near far enough into the game to know what the fuck's going on because I'm pretty sure I'm not even past like the what's kind of like a tutorial for the game, if anything. Like I'm not even first like through like the first like palace or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I was playing Persona 5, and I was also debating playing White Day on a harder difficulty so I could see all the ghosts and get even more fucking scared because the game scared the shit out of me. And I don't know why I would think, hey, maybe I should go back and play White Day again. It didn't scare me enough last time. I didn't fucking cry like a little baby every time a random noise happened or anything. No, let's play it on a harder difficulty so it's even worse. but and the thing is, I have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, and I haven't beaten either of them. I haven't even touched Let's Go Pikachu yet. I'm part like somewhat through Eevee, but not Pikachu. Like I haven't even touched Pikachu yet. And I think with Let's Go, I think my problem with the game stems from you can't grind, which I hate. Like the idea of a Pokemon game that has battling in it, but you can't grind. And the only way you can metaphorically grind in this game is by catching Pokemon. But not only that, but you have to use like motion controls. Like if you play on like the screen, you have to like play you're playing Pokemon Go, in Pokemon Go you have to like slide your finger across and get the ball to go flinging, or in this one you have to like pretend like you're throwing a ball. But that's so shitty because you sometimes, like, I'm gonna be honest, the gyroscope and the Switch controllers are shit. Because I will throw in a straight line, it'll go flying to the left or the right. The Pokemon will jump off to the left or the right, and I go to throw it in a random direction, or I go to throw it to like to left or the right because I'm like, oh, the Pokemon's off to the side. I have to throw it at an angle, and it will always go the opposite direction or straight. So the gyroscope for the Switch is fucking ass sometimes. So it's kind of hard to throw Pokeballs most of the time. And it's really fun when you're trying to catch a really hard one and you have like a great or ultra ball and you're like, I can't afford to miss. And then you miss because the game's gyro or the controller's gyroscope is just shit. But yeah, I don't know. That's just me kind of talking about gaming related things because I mean, let's be obvious. Let's be obvious. Let's be honest. Jesus Christ. Let's be honest. That's all I do. I literally just play games. And the thing about Persona 5 is once Persona 5 is done, I'm kind of just going to end up going back to being like, well, shit, what do I do now? Because the thing is, when I got Civilization 6, I was excited because I heard so much about Civilization 6. I heard that Civilization was a game franchise that was some of the most addictive games ever, right? And so I got Civilization 6. It was on like sale. It was like fucking $20 or something, or maybe even less than that. But like I heard it was such an addictive game and I was so excited. I was like, "Oh shit, an addictive game. God damn, I really need a game that I can like cling on to and keep playing, right?" Because I need something at this point. Like I can't take just playing the same games over and over anymore. Like it's just so boring now. Like I've gotten to this like I have been playing the same games that I have had for like so many years and it's gotten to the point where it's just like I cannot fucking touch these games anymore because I just can't. I can't play these fucking games anymore. Like as much as I love some of these games, like I love Dead Space, but I just can't do it anymore. I can't keep picking up Dead Space 1 and 2. I can't keep picking up Dead Rising and BioShock and Resident Evil. Like I just can't keep playing these games. They're driving me insane just playing the same game every single day. It's just kind of this point where I'm just like I can't fucking do it. I need something new. And the thing is some of the games were just not good, so I just couldn't complete them or couldn't care about them. And I beat Yakuza 0 and I beat Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. I beat White Day. And now I'm working on Persona 5 and maybe like what, 2 or 3, maybe 4 days the game will be over and I'll be back to just being slumped in my chair, staring at a screen with a game that I used to love and now despise because I played it so much. And I always kind of thought like one way that would probably revitalize a lot of these games for me is if I was like a streamer or something, right? Or if I was able to make like gameplay content on YouTube, because that would revitalize these games for me. Because it would be different. It would be me sharing these games with other people. It's one of the reasons why I used to like I always loved playing games when my cousin would watch, because for me it was like introducing something I enjoy to someone and it revitalized it. Like I didn't really care about Dark Souls 3, but when I played it in front of him it was so much fun because it was like showing off this game. It was when I play games I like in front of him, it's like showing off like, hey, look how cool this game I have is. But at the same time he doesn't honestly care about the game, he just wants to talk, right? Which is fair, but like I don't know. I always just want to introduce games I like, but I'm not the type of person to just go around talking about things I like, which is why I do it in videos, because I'm not talking to anyone. I'm basically just talking to myself and then uploading my ramblings onto the internet where people can either agree, disagree, or not care about my opinion on the thing. But I don't know. I always want to share the things I enjoy with people, but I don't like doing it because I feel greedy. I don't like this like feeling of like greed, because like everyone I've ever met, like they love to just constantly be like, "Hey, here's my favorite music, here's my favorite stuff, here's my favorite this." And I go along with it and I'm like, "Hell yeah, bro, good shit. You know, you like this shit, that's cool." But whenever it like comes to like, "Oh, maybe I should introduce things I like." I'm like, "No." Like I can never tell people. I can never just be like that guy who's just like, "Hey man, let's listen to music I like," or "Hey, let's play a game I like," because I can't bring myself to do it because I feel so greedy. Like I do not like telling people like, "Hey, let's do something I like," you know? I will always do what other people like because I don't like the feeling of like I feel like an asshole. Like I feel like I'm taking up their time, because the whole point of the person hanging out with me is that they are using this time to enjoy themselves, not me. They're not here to please me. They're here to have fun themselves. So when I hang out with my cousin, he's not hanging out to, make me happy. He's hanging out because he because he wants to do the things he wants to do and he wants to have fun in his way. He doesn't want to do the things I want to do. He's not here to entertain me or make sure I'm having a good time. He's trying to have a good time. And I get that. So that's what I try to do. I try to entertain and I try to do whatever he wants to do because I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to be that greedy guy who he gives me he says like, "Hey, let's do this thing." And I'm like, "No, let's do this thing instead." Like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy where when he sits down, I'm like, "Hey, so you want to play this game that I enjoy, but you probably don't?" Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't like being that person who shoves my interests down other people's throats. But I will literally fucking do anything that someone else wants to do, all because, like, I just want them to enjoy themselves. Like, I don't want to, like, take the time, like, the few minutes of free time that they have. I don't want it being taken up by the things that I enjoy because that's not what they enjoy. I want their free time to be their free time where they're having fun, not me. It's not about what I want, it's about what they want. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's just me talking about that, and I guess there's got to be something else because I'm just talking about random shit. And like the thing is, like there's always something, like there's a lot of like internet drama. There's a lot of big stories on the news. There's a lot of gaming stuff. There's a lot of random shit. And the downside to me talking about like random things is I can never say anything about my life in general. It's never just like, you guys won't believe what happened, because nothing happens. Like, I don't think there's ever going to be a day where I'm going to make a video being like, "Guys, you won't believe it, I made a new friend," or "Hey guys, I got a girlfriend, it's crazy," or "Yo guys, I just did something cool." Like, if I were to literally put into a video what I do, it would just be nothing. Like, it would just be the same thing every single day, and people would be like, "How do you live like that? Are you even alive?" They'd probably just be like, "Are you even sane?" at that point. And the answer is no, not really. But if I had to think of something that's happening, because To be honest, I haven't actually seen a shitload of things going on. I guess like the closest thing I can think of, even though it was kind of a bit ago, was some police officer lady got a train ran on her in the police station by a bunch of cops, and then they all got fired. And also, her husband is a kind of a bitch cuck, because his wife was cheating on him with like a bunch of like big cop guys, and he just kind of was like, I'm gonna make it work. Like, I'm like, hey man, if people like open relationships, if they're okay with their significant other fucking other people, that's fine. But I think there comes like a moment where people need to have some self-respect for them, for just themselves in general, because it's just like goddamn dude. Like, I understand like the sentiment of like being like, if I lose this relationship, I may never find another one. But like, damn man, if it's one thing, if someone, your significant other cheats on you, that's something that should be an automatic relationship ender. But like, for your wife to get railed by like 20 dudes at once, at that point you really need to just fucking be like, god damn, maybe I should actually put my foot down and walk away. I don't know. But that's another random thing, just a random thing on the internet. It's not really something I cared about. But every time I see that kind of stuff, I just kind of laugh at it. There's not much you can say about it, but you'll sometimes see commentary videos where they cover it and they're like, how the fuck did this happen? This is weird. But other than that, there's not really much else I can say. I kind of just talked about whatever the fuck I could talk about. And that's not a lot of anything. So, yeah. It's just me talking about random shit again because I don't have like a specific topic in mind. So, yeah. Whatever.